Good morning, you guys. You can start however you want. If you want a child's pose, if you want seated, if you want on your back. All good, you choose. Are you brand new to yoga?
This is the first class I've ever taken.
All right, well, you are gonna be amazing and perfect.
Okay.
All you gotta do is do the best. Like, it's almost like a foreign language. I remember my first yoga class and I'm like, I don't know what down dog is. What is child's pose? It's like learning a new language. So just watch. And I'm gonna be, because I'm teaching it live, I'm gonna be doing it at the same time. Know that if anything hurts in a bad way, so if sensation is one thing, but no sharp, sudden stabbing pains, none of those things are good. Pull back in some way, and you can always go like,
Okay.
and I'll see you, and I'll help you out. So
Okay, thank you.
just do you. This is like your little house. This mat is your house. If you want to stay in child's pose the whole class, completely up to you. And I've done it. Once you land where you're at, just let yourself take a couple of breaths. Maybe big full body breaths in, letting every single cell in your body expand. And as you exhale, sending out all of maybe any doubts that you have, or maybe any fear that you have, or maybe anything that you brought with you this morning. Just kind of clear up the space. And if that's uncomfortable, if child's pose is uncomfortable, you can always go to a seated position, or you can take your hands and lay them right underneath your forehead. Knees can go wider if that feels better. And then here's a block. Sometimes that feels good to rest your head on if you want to. From whatever space you're in, just make your way up to a seated position. And you can be sitting on your knees, you can be sitting on your bum, like whatever way it is. Keeping your eyes shut down, let your hands come right over your heart center and just press your hands right into heart center and take about 3 to 5 full body breaths in. As you exhale, feel a release, like release through the shoulders, unclench the jaws, take the tongue from the top of the mouth. One of the places I hold tension that I don't realize it is literally right behind the eyes. And can you imagine just softening right behind the eyes? Knowing that everything is perfect just as it is. Nothing needs to change. Meeting yourself right where you are. When you're ready from here, sweep your hands up over your head. Exhale, take cactus arms, open up through the chest. Inhale, lift up. Let the right hand drop down to the right side and then just stretch through that left side body. So you're just gonna press the rib cage out a little bit. Think about expansion, lengthening through the armpit. When you're ready, you make your way back to center and then just take it to the other side. Nothing fancy. Your breath is a really good way to bring you back to present moment. So if you can just anchor into the sound of your breath maybe. When your brain starts to wander, it brings you right back. Come back to center, take one more big breath in to lengthen. Maybe kind of roll out, move through the spine a little bit. And then making your way to a tabletop position. From that tabletop position, you start to move in any way that feels good to you. Some traditional cat-cows, maybe some side-to-side movement, torso circles. You do you. Yoga is the practice of creating space where we were once stuck. So when we start in these places, I like to shut my eyes down and literally imagine myself as a little car driving through my body. And all the places that feel tight or feel tense, sending breath and movement and space right into those places. Recognizing where we are. How can you get anywhere if you don't know where you are? We're going to reach the right hand straight out in front of us. Left foot goes straight back. Pull in through the lower belly. Pull out through the right hand. And then just using the glute, flex the foot and lift the left leg. Now really strong through the core. Take a big breath in. We're going to go cactus arms and bent knees. So you're going to take it out to the side like that. And then an inhale, reach it back apart. And then exhale, take it back to the side. One more time, inhale, reach it apart. We're going to exhale, take it back to the side, and then straighten that leg out. Set it down. And then walk back into this little modified child's pose. Nice little stretch for that inner left thigh. Maybe coming up on fingertips and pressing into the fingertips to pull back. You feel the stretch through your lats, through your shoulders. Walking your hands over to the right side. Keep the hips down, but reach through that left hand. So now you have a really long stretch through this left side body. You can push into the right, pull into the left. And then this modified side plank, just by lifting up and reaching the left hand up. Now reach the left hand up and over. Now really long stretch through the left side body. We'll sweep up into gate pose. Just reach up and over. Take the right hand behind the head. Open up through the chest, through the torso. And then right back into that bird dog position. Left hand comes down. Right hand comes forward, left foot goes back. We'll exhale, bend and reach. Don't grab, just turn the muscles on, reach towards it. Yeah, okay. So just squeeze the foot towards so you really feel the low back, the hamstring. Inhale, pull apart. Exhale, place it down. Couple of cat-cows right there. Roll that back out. And then when you're ready, what we do on one side, we must do on the other. Left hand goes straight, right foot goes back, and then just squeezing into the right glute to lift. Pull there, lower belly pulled in. Take a big breath in. We exhale to the side, bend and squeeze. And then inhale, pull apart. Exhale, squeeze it out. One more time, inhale, exhale, and then straighten that foot out. And then that modified child's pose, so you get back. Those hip flexors in the morning.
Stomach starting to ramp up. It's like, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
What are you trying to do to me this morning?
Well, that tip was fine. Or was like, no, we're
One
not.
of them's always got to be janky on you. Couple of breaths right there. Maybe pressing into the fingertips and kind of pulling back to really lengthen through the shoulders, through the lats. We walk over to the left side, push into the left hand, reach through the right, and then imagine pushing the left hand towards the right hand, pulling the right hand back towards the left. So the right hand is actually reaching out further than the left hand is. You're going to push into the left and pull into the right. Suction cup into the floor. There you go. You should find it.
I feel it.
Modified side plank. Just slide that left hand up and then reach up with the right. You can pull this apart by reaching, and then you'll really feel a nice stretch. Glue your right foot into the mat or the floor, and then sweep up gate pose. And relax down. It's got to be done once in class. It's not a class if it doesn't, man. And then pull apart. So now this nice little stretch through the left side body. Take the hand behind the head and maybe rotate to open this a little bit more. One more time, bird dog pose. Right hand comes in, right foot goes back, left hand goes forward. Now you bend and flex to reach towards. And here's a little squeeze. So instead of grabbing it, reach towards it. So you want to make your foot reach towards your hand reach towards your foot, and you should feel that in the hamstring and the glutes. And then drop it down. Couple of cat-cows. And then we'll all meet at high plank position. Knowing that high plank can be from these right here, okay? So take what you need here. Always listening to your body, finding the place that's perfect for you, not for the neighbor. Couple of breaths in your high plank position. Take your attention to your hands, push into that first knuckle, and then the outside of the hands, the thumb down, straight across the knuckle, suction cup the center in, and then squeeze with the fingertips. So now the weight is evenly distributed throughout the whole hand. Take a breath in right here, and then lower all the way down to the belly, you guys. On an inhale, let the hands come out to the side, just fingertips, lift up. Exhale, roll it down. Do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll down. This time you're going to lift all the way up and then see if you can float the hands, float the feet. Waking up that lower back. Sweep the hands out in front of you. Reach forward, point with the toes. Take one more breath right here. Tabletop or high plank, your choice. You can push up to high plank or tabletop position. And then here it is, your downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, pedal out some. Bend and straighten. And then reach with the hips. So this is your first downward facing dog. See if you can soften through the knees, reach back with the hips, press through the hands, lengthen through the armpits. Now we're going to check our alignment. So I just want you to roll forward into high plank. Make sure your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. And then soften through the knees, hinge at the hips to go back, downward facing dog. Let's do that a couple of times. High plank. Breath in. Downward facing dog. Breath out. Again, high to low. Down, sorry. 2 more times. High. Just kind of greasing those hip joints, those shoulder joints. High plank. Downward facing dog. And then step right foot to right wrist. Left foot to left wrist. Ragdoll. You can hook up to your elbows and just allow the upper body to spill forward. The knees can be really soft here, you guys. Find the hinge in the hips. That doesn't cause any stress to the low back, and it allows the spine to stretch without any pressure at all. Let the hands drop down. Hands can come to the floor or right to the shins. You're going to inhale, halfway lift. Really pull in through the lower belly. Really flat back. Exhale, fold in. Rise to stand, slow and with control, roll it up. We go to extended mountain. We exhale, open up through the chest and heart. Cactus the arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to go through that again. You inhale halfway, really flat back. Imagine somebody serving dinner on your back. Exhale, fold into your legs. Rise to extension. Reach and expand. Open mouth, exhale to go into those cactus arms. Open up through the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Halfway right here. High plank, step it back. Knees are always there if you need them, you guys. Rock forward, lower all the way down to the belly. You inhale, fly to lift everything up. Exhale, tabletop or high plank, your choice. This time, drop into your upward facing dog. Let the hips come in. I want you to soften through the elbows and squeeze the shoulder blades. So you're actually using your shoulder blades to pull your chest through. Squeeze the glutes. When you're ready, take it back, downward facing dog. Let's take that right leg up and bend and flex. Maybe lift and lower through the left heel. Soften through the left knee. Bring your right knee into your nose. Squeeze it in. Inhale, lift it back up. We're going to step right foot to right wrist. Again, left foot to left wrist. This time, peace fingers grab big toes. Breathe into a halfway lift. And bend at the elbows to fold. Halfway lift. This time, we drop the hips down. You're going to be in a chair position. You're going to stay holding on to the toes. Toes facing forward. And you're going to bring your own resistance here. So we're starting to wake up the whole body. I want you to lift like you're trying to pick your feet up. And then drop your hips in, and there's resistance right there. Take your hips level with your knees, and then look forward. Push into the triceps to pull the chest through. There you go. Now you should feel everything coming to life. Squeeze the belly in. For 3, 2, legs may be shaking. 1, hold it down. Slow rise to extension all the way up. Cactus through the arms to open up through the chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift right here. And then your chaturanga, you guys, you can follow what we've been doing. You can just step it back lower to the belly if you want to, or lower elbow level, or any variation of chaturanga. Feel free to take it, and then we meet back at downward facing dog. Beautiful job, you guys. When you're ready, that left leg lifts to bend and flex. You can pedal out through that right by lifting and lowering the heel, softening the knee. Exhale, knee into nose. Squeeze it in there and hold there for just a second, waking up the core. Inhale, lift it up. Left foot steps to left wrist, right foot steps to right. This time you take gorilla hands. Slide the hands underneath the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. And then drop the hips, look forward. So you're still in this little chair stance, just like we just did. Lift up like you're trying to pick your feet up. Drop your hips in. Hips should be about at knee level. And then take the gaze forward. Amp this up to about 50-60% for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Release the hands. We're going to take a mini pyramid. All you're going to do is lift your toes, pivot to the right. You'll feel this nice little hamstring stretch through that right leg. You can lift and lower that right foot if you want to. Lift the toes up, go all the way to the other side, fold into the left leg. It's just a little shortened stance pyramid. It's nice to wake up the hamstrings. Yogi squat to the center, and then we're going to get movement. So feet can go as wide as you need them to go. You're really long from the hips to the crown of your head. Let your eyes shut down. Maybe bring your hands to heart center. Take a few breaths right here. Thank yourself for showing up this morning. From here on the next inhale, we're going to rise all the way to standing without dipping forward. So slow and controlled like you're blooming. Rise all the way up to standing. As you exhale, open up through the chest, through the heart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold right through heart center. Halfway. Your chaturanga, you guys. Take it any way that you want. Your inhale lifts you. You can throw a double dip here in if you want to. What that is after upward facing dog, you go low plank and then downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Feet come together this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, maybe grab the ankles to fold in. Rise to stand extension. Chair pose, sink in. We're going to take a big breath right here and then fly the arms back. Rock up onto the tippy toes. Hold here. Imagine you're squeezing a beach ball behind the back. For 3, 2, 1. Stay on the toes. Come all the way up as slowly as you can. Extension. Big, huge breath. And then chair pose. Drop the heels down. Let the hands come out front. Take a big breath right here. Sink down a little bit deeper into this. And then burst up all the way. This time, swan dive to fold. Halfway. Your chaturanga, high to low. Double dip, don't double dip. You take what you need right here. Meet back at downward facing dog. Beautiful job, you guys. Take a couple of breaths. Let right leg sweep up. It's going to squeeze right into the nose, like really tight. Squeeze it in. Inhale it back up. Squeeze it in again. One more time. Inhale up. Squeeze it in as tight as you can and then set the foot down. We're going to fly the arms back right here. We're in this high crescent lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, high crescent. Reach the arms up over the head. Let's take an open body twist. So just right hand goes back, left hand goes forward. You can soften through that left knee if that feels better to you. Pull in through the low belly. We're going to windmill around all the way into our warrior two, like you're moving through molasses. Warrior two to the right. Right foot bent, reaching apart, stack your torso over your hips. Look down at the knee if it's falling in. See if you can press the knee back, squeeze the booty in. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Stay here for the exhale. And then one more big breath right here. Really expand. Chaturanga, high to low. Skip it if you want to. Left leg is going to lift, you guys. One-legged down dog. And then knee into nose. Squeeze it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee into nose. Last one. Inhale, reach it up. Knee into nose, and then set the foot down. High crescent, airplane arms. Pushing through the front foot, starting where we are. We can't get where we're going if we don't know where we are. Inhale, sweep this up, high crescent lunge, and then open it up. Remember, you can bend that back knee if you want to for this open arm twist. Pull in through the lower belly. Smile, it's just yoga. And then slow motion around warrior two. And then we find ourselves right here. Press into the feet. Look at the knee. Tuck in the booty. On an inhale, you flip and reverse your warrior. You stay there for the exhale. Maybe sink in a little deeper. And then one more big breath. Expands right through the left side. And then your chaturanga, high to low. Meeting back, a downward facing dog. When you're ready, lift the heels all the way up. Bend the knees, look forward, step or float to the top of the mat. Right into half lift. Fold in. Wrap your arms around your legs like you're hugging yourself, and then drop the hips in. From this place, look forward, and I want you to lift up out of the legs, pulling up as the hips are dropping down. Now, slowly release the arms, but keep the legs and the chest right where they are. Take the arms straight out in front of you. Steeple fingers here. Reach back with the hips, reach forward with the fingers, and then rock up onto the tippy toes. Slowly lift the chest. And like we're moving through the molasses, we're coming all the way up to that high mountain. Legs are shaking, all the things going on, you guys. Take a big breath in, chair pose, let the hands come out in front of you.
That was a good one.
We breathe in right here. And then we sink really low to burst up. Reach, swan dive to fold. Halfway, really pull apart. Chaturanga, high to low. The right leg will lift. One-legged down dog. Knee into nose, squeeze it in. Inhale, lift it up. Knee into right tricep, squeeze and hold right there. Lift it all the way up. Knee into nose and then set the foot down. Crescent lunge with airplane arms. We inhale up, high. We exhale to twist. And then maybe you reach towards the low back, the hamstring, the ankle, and you start to open this up. So you can just reach here. You'll really feel a nice stretch through the left hip flexor. Squeeze the left glute. Slow motion, warrior two. Take the right hand, it's going to come forward. Take a fist, reach, and the left hand is going to come around. the back of the, yeah. Now take a fist, and I want you to sink into the front leg as you punch backwards. So now you're pressing down in the leg, and then really expanding through the right side body. Maybe take the gaze up. One more big breath right here. Take it into your side angle. You can leave the bind. Right elbow can come to right knee. Now, open up through the chest, but pull the lower belly in. Take the gaze up. If you can right here, take the weight out of the right arm and just slide it down the leg. You can stay there, or grab the ankle and lift up out of. So you're like trying to lift your foot as you sink your hip in. Release the bind, reach that hand all the way forward. Big extension right here, big breath in. Chaturanga, high to low. That leg said thank you. One-legged down dog. The left leg's gonna lift, you guys. Exhale, knee into nose, squeeze it in. Inhale, lift. Knee to left tricep, squeeze it in. Inhale, lift. Knee into nose, and then set the foot down. It's crescent with airplane arms. We start where we are. Push firmly into that front foot. Feel the muscles all the way into the hips, and then lift up. From here, we open this into the twist, and then maybe reach back. There you go. Warrior 2, slow motion. Right here, the right hand comes behind, the left hand sweeps forward and back, and then take a fist. You're pushing down through this hand and really punching through the left hand. You'll feel a nice stretch through the left side body. Slowly take this into side angle. Keep the bind, open up through the chest. If you can't keep the bind, just let the hand come behind. You don't have to take the full. From there, take the weight out of the left arm, float it. Stay there, or grab the ankle and lift up like you're trying to pick your foot up off the mat. Release the bind, send the top hand forward for extension. Keep reaching and pulling for a big breath in. Chaturanga. We meet back at downward facing dog. You can take knees, grab a drink if you want to. Everybody good?
Yes.
Is it?
Is everybody good?
I already love you. I've made you once. You're my people.
Is everybody good? Okay.
Does the heat need to be turned down? Y'all all right?
I'm good.
I mean, I'm sweating like a bitch in heat, but that's fine.
You're coming back.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Got me
Okay.
over here like this. A little breeze going.
Okay. All right, I need you in every class, okay? Just so you know. Just come to everyone I want. It's gonna be fun.
Okay,
Let's meet in high plank, you guys. Knowing that you can always take knees right here. We're gonna slowly take a little push-up. So as slow as you can, lower down to the elbow level. And then right hand's gonna lift, side plank. You can scissor the feet, you can drop the bottom knee, you can stack, you can lift. Right here. On your next exhale, take that little push-up right to the center, but slow motion, you guys. And then left hand lifts. Any variation, they're all perfect. We've got 2 more of those. Slowly lower to the center. Lift up through the right. Don't let your brain trick you. You get stronger with each one. Slowly lower through the middle. Lift up through the left. You can always take knees, guys. So for knees, you would just slowly lower to the middle and then lift up to the right. You just got one more side. Lower. Lift up. Beautiful job. You lower and then come into upward facing dog. Sweep Sweep it up there. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Downward facing dog. On your breath in, lift the heels all the way up. Bend the knees, look forward, step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fly the arms. Soften through the knees right here. Let the chest hit the legs. And then lift the heels. Now, we're here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. You know we're going all the way to standing, so really press through the toes to come all the way up. Your biggest breath. Chair pose. Let the heels sink down. Let the hands come out. Bring the hands right to heart center. Let's take a twist to the right. So you can go upright, you guys, or you can go elbow to knee. Completely up to you. Couple of things that I want you to think about here is how straight is your spine from hips to crown. Try to get any curve out. Try to get the knees level. You inhale back to center. Let the hands come straight out in front of you. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Pull the hands to your heart center. And then one more breath in takes you right into the exhale twist. Other side. You check your feet, and you press in firmly through there. You know where you are. Maybe the hips are burning. It's all good. Maybe the legs are burning. Perfect. Inhale back to center. Exhale, sink in deeper. Rise. Reach. Swan dive to fold. Heel toe the feet out. We pivot into the right side for that little mini pyramid. Just lift the toes, turn. We add on from here. Slowly reach the hands forward, soften through the right knee, float the left leg back. Point the toe, fly the arms. You're in airplane. One-legged Tadasana. Let the left leg lift. Hands come up over the head. And then twist from here. So you can do upright twist. You can kick the leg out. You grab the toe. Grab the knee. Whatever suits you. Here's your big breath. Yogi squat, slow and controlled to the center. Sink it in. Good job, you guys. Without tipping forward, we balloon to stand. And then we go right to the other side. Pivot to the left. Fold in. Soften through the left knee. Fly the arms. Airplane. Float the right leg up. Imagine you're out soaring right now. One-legged Tadasana. The right leg lifts. Now from here you can twist just like this. You don't even have to grab anything. Or you could grab knee. Or you could grab toe. Stay right here. Big breath in. Float it down. Yogi squat. From this yogi squat, stay here. Take a twist. Or if you want a crow pose, you could go for it right here. You can do even crow prep. Would just be knee to triceps. If you are in crow, look forward. Take your biggest breath in. Pull your belly up towards your spine. And then float it back. Chaturanga. There you go. Nice. And then we all meet back in downward facing dog. Really good job. Have a couple of pedals out. Land, reset. Notice your feet, notice your hands. Right leg lifts up, you guys. Knee into nose, squeeze it in. Right leg lifts. This time, knee into left tricep, take it across. Now drop the left heel down, kick the right foot through. Maybe lift the left hand. You're good. One-legged down dog, you guys. Reach it back up there. Knee into nose, set the foot down. We're high crescent with airplane arms. inhale, we swoop up. On an exhale, you take whatever variation of that twist. So you could reach back and open this, or you could just open it straight up. Completely up to you. Slow and with control, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extend your warrior. Both hands come forward. And then skandasana to the left. We're going to take it all the way across. It could be high skandasana. It could be low skandasana. Completely up to you. You go where you want to go. Take a moment. Find your breath right here. Slow your heart rate down just with your breath. From this place, we're moving into half moon balance. So what you can do is just take your hands like you're crawling a tree, crawl all the way forward. Let the right hand lift out, and then the left leg lifts. Yeah, it's all just playing with balance, you guys. You fall out, so what? Who cares? Yoga teaches us we can do all these things and not give a shit. Thank you, Amir. You can even turn it up on the long waist if you want to. Here's your last big breath. It's going to be standing splits. We're not going to stay for long. You can send the back leg straight back, or you can open the hip up. It's totally your choice. Shiva squat. Bring the left knee to the back of the right leg. Leave the hands down or fly the arms up. And then right into that twisted dancer. Grab the left foot with the right hand and reach. Your biggest breath. Cross the foot. Woo. Fold down. Walk your hands to the right foot or to the left side, okay? So it'll be over here. Now lift the heels. You're going to pivot all the way around until you come to the other side. So you'll just make it back to the front, but the cross will be opposite. So you're going to come all the way around, yeah. Always teaching some kind of wonky something. So you're going to be facing the front of the room. Always, yeah, you'll know. I always got to teach something wonky. And then fold into the front. From right here, plant your hands down. Step right foot back. Step left foot back. You're in high plank. Lower down to a hover. Sweep up into your upward facing dog. Left leg's gonna lift, you guys. One-legged down dog. Knee into nose, squeeze it in. Inhale it up. Knee into right tricep. Drop the right heel down, kick the left foot out. It can set on the ground. Maybe you stay here, maybe you lift up, or maybe you lift the foot. One-legged down dog. Crescent lunge with airplane arms. Find your footing, find your breath. Press into the front leg, lift up on a breath in. And then whatever variation of the twist you're going to take, you can just open it up, you can reach it back. And then warrior two, slow motion. This place, you reverse your warrior. You extend your warrior, reach forward. And here's that skandasana, but on the right. High or low, completely up to you. Working in this high place, more of like a muscle to lift up out. Working in the low, you're going to get into some of the flexibility, but try to stay pushing through the foot so you're not just resting in the joint. We crawl our way forward, right into that half moon balance. Reach the left hand kind of diagonal from the left foot. I like to line up my armpit and my knee, and then lift up. Leave the left knee bent. Push through the left heel. Reach through the right heel. Take a big breath in. Standing splits. Shiva squat. Knee comes to the back of the left calf. Maybe you fly the arms. Twisted dancer. Grab the right foot with the left hand and open this up. You may fall out. It's all good. All we do is our best. Whatever that is on any given day. Here's your big breath. Cross it. Fold it down. Here's your opportunity to try that little move. And you can watch if you want to. So I'm going to lift up onto my toes. Walk around to the right side. Pivot, 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 pivot. Until I'll land back. Facing forward. The opposite legs in front. Beautiful, you guys. Plant the hands down. Left foot steps back. Right foot steps back. High plank. From right here, lower down to elbow level and then squeeze shoulder blades together. Hold here. You can always take knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe a few times. We're going to go through everything one more time. Lift the right leg up. Bend and flex if you want to this time, and flip your dog if you choose. Right knee to left tricep. Float it over. Straighten that leg out. Open it up. Just going back through where we were. One-legged down dog. Crescent lunge with airplane arms. After the exhale, you inhale, lift up. Exhale for the twist. Warrior two, windmill it around. Reverse it. Extended side angle, reach forward. Skandasana on the left, across. Half moon balance. Crawl it forward. Standing splits. Fold forward. Shiva squat. Knee to calf. Open this up. Twisted dancer. Biggest, fullest breath. Fold it down. Foot comes right behind. This time we're not going to spin around. You're going to plant the hands down. Step the left foot back. Open up into simple twist or horizon. Your choice. So simple twist or horizon. And you can even move through those. Rainbow the arm all the way over, plant it on the inside of the right foot, drop the back knee down. You can come to forearms if you want to, you can stay up high. You can even reach back and grab the foot. So a little monkey or a lizard. Couple more breaths for you guys. When you're ready, you slowly make your way out. Move through chaturanga or go straight back to your downward facing dog. It's your choice. Left leg lifts. You've almost made it. Bend and flex. Flip your dog if you want to. You can stay right there in the bend and flex. You don't even have to drop it over. It's all good. Beautiful, so strong. Left knee to right take the foot out. Maybe you lift it and lift the right arm. One-legged down dog. Crescent with airplane arms. The inhale flies you up. The exhale is the twist. I twisted wrong. All the way around. Warrior two. You sink in on the exhale, and then you reverse your warrior on the inhale. Extend it, reach forward, and then Skandasana on the right. Drop it over. And then here we go right into that half moon balance. Bend into the left leg. Take armpit to knee, and then reach up and out. We don't stay long this time. We just take a big breath in, and then standing splits. Let the exhale take you right into your Shiva squat. Maybe you fly the arms. And then grab the foot, that twisted dancer. Your last breath in. And then you cross and fold. Plant the hands down. Step the right foot back. Simple twist or horizon. Your choice. So simple twist is just here. Horizon, you roll to the outsides of the feet to open this up. From here, we move monkey or lizard. So here, you always drop the knee down. You can stay here. You can come to forearms. You can reach back and grab. Completely up to you. You find the place that you feel a stretch. What's monkey? That's what I call monkey. There's so many different names for everything, you know.
I don't know, like
you release this. Maybe you move through your chaturanga, step your foot back. Maybe you just go back to downward facing dog. But we'll all meet right there. From right here, let the right leg sweep up, and the knee is going to come straight in between the hands. So instead of like traditional half pigeon, we're going to take the knee forward. And then walk the left foot back, come up to the fingertips. And now I want you to press into the outside of the right shin and squeeze the left glute. So it's an active child's pose, which is a really great place to be, even though it may not feel like it. You're using the muscles instead of just setting in the joint right there. Yes. Squeeze their left glute. Tuck the left toe if you can. You can always leave the hands down. It's all good. You can fly them up. A few more breaths, and then we're just going to go into a traditional half pigeon. But I want you to come up and out of it first before you set into it. And then take it where you want to. You can take the leg forward if you need. You can always use a block underneath the hip right here. It feels great there. Would you show that block under your hip? That is like a perfect little tool to use, those blocks. Better?
I don't even know how to use them. I'm like, she handed me a block. I don't know what to do with it.
You are doing excellent. Excellent. So you can stay upright, you can fold forward. Again, you do you. Find a place that feels, you may have tension in this position, but find a place that you feel like you can stay and breathe in, instead of like needing to pull out of. More breaths. You gotta scan your body, find any place. Maybe you could send your breath to let go. And if you're having this internal conflict, like, oh, I want to get out of here, I want to get out of here, I want to get out of here, then see if you can just slow your, pay more attention to your breath. Or, and I don't mean now this to mean like if you want to get out of the pose. I find myself in that all the time. Usually for me, it's like in a goddess pose or something like that. Chair pose. When you are ready, you slowly start to lift your chest up. Bring your hands to the front, tuck the back toe, downward facing dog, and then pedal out. Take your left foot, cross it over your right. The hands are out in front. You're just gonna flip this over and then really stretch. This should feel nice through the right hip, all the way down through the body. And then come back to center. The left leg sweeps up. And then you're coming into that active child's pose on this side. So the knee comes forward first. And then you're setting up on the right back toe. And then really pushing into the left outside of the calf. Squeezing the right glute. It's a really active child's pose. Half pigeon. A few more breaths. Maybe squeeze into the right glute a little bit more. Shaking is okay. And let yourself down. And then go to whatever variation of half pigeon that serves you. You can also do half pigeon from seated if it would feel better. So the left leg's going to cross over the right knee. Take the ankle to the knee, and then come out. There you go. Now do you feel that stretch through the hip? Perfect. Much better. Ready, you make your way back into downward facing dog. And from this downward facing dog, the right foot crosses over the left, drop the heels down, and pull apart. Slowly drop the hand down, let the knees come down. A couple of cat-cows. Notice the difference between now and the first of class. Sending any movement or breath into any of those places that still feel tight, tense. You'll roll all the way down to the heels and then just let the hips drop over, let the legs swing out in front of you. From this place, I like to kind of inch forward so you're really flat on the tailbone, on your sits bones. Reach your hands up over your head and then fold into your staff stretch. Left peace fingers grab right big toe. Lift it up. Knee can be bent if you need to. And then this twist to the right. And the knee being bent is totally fine because I want the hinge to come from the hip. So you don't have to straighten the leg right here. You're wanting the hinge of the hip and then the spine long. Take the right hand to the outside of the right foot, half seated, happy baby. And then fold it back down into your staff. Let your right peace fingers grab your left big toe, lift up, the twist the other way. And then left hand grabs the outside of the left foot, half happy baby. And then slowly rock it back and come into a full seated happy baby. This is a really active happy baby. I want you to push into the feet, pull the knees towards the armpits, lengthen through the spine. And then bring the feet together, butterfly pose. You can stay upright or you can fold forward. Take a couple of breaths. Slowly let the feet come out in front of you. Make your way all the way down to your back, bringing your right knee with it. We're going to take a supine twist. Once we land there, right leg comes over. 3 points touching the hips and 2 shoulders. The rest doesn't matter. And look over that right arm. If you want the stretch to be a little deeper, you can take your left hand to the outside of your right knee, lift up with your right knee, and gently press down with the left hand. Tuck the tailbone, pull in the lower belly. And then bring it back to center. Switch that out. Left knee comes in, right leg goes long. Take your supine twist on the other side. And again, you have the option of making the stretch deeper by lifting up on the knee and pushing down. Tucking tailbone, squeezing through belly. Feet up the wall. Send both of them up. Wiggle the toes, roll out the ankles. Give those feet some love for all the places that they take you. Maybe even grabbing the feet and kind of massaging with the hands into the pads of your feet, into the arch of your feet, your toes. We neglect these babies all the time, and they get us all over the place. And then just reaching apart, fingertips to toe tips, let the feet lower down. And once the heels land, lift the belly, arch to the back, and take your biggest, fullest breath in. Hold it. And then see if you can sip just a little bit more at the top. Let it go right into Shavasana. You made it. Allow your body to melt like butter right into your mat. next breath, be full and deep and expansive. And then just let it go. Take your pointer fingers, your peace fingers, and take them right to your temples. And just give yourself a little massage. And then take the thumb behind the ear and just kind of massage out right there. Slowly run the thumb all the way down the jawline, land right underneath the chin, and then just let the hands drop to the sides. Take a full body breath in and then hold it at the top. As you hold it, feel your fingertips fill up the creases in your ears, the space in between the crevices in your brain, your toes, and then sip in a little bit more air. Sip it right at the top, hold. Open your mouth, let it go. Slowly bend into your knees, or you can squeeze them into your chest. Give yourself a nice little hug in. And then just roll to one side. Maybe finding one thing that you can let go of today that you've been carrying around with you. It could be something big, it could be something little. Maybe it's just something that you were irritated with someone about. It's a perfect place to just let it go. You leave it laying right on your mat. You roll the mats up, I'll mop the floors, it's gone. You don't get to come back and get it later. And then refreshed and renewed, root into the earth below you to come to a seated position. And just plant your hands right over your heart and take a couple of breaths. Let a smile creep over your face. Find something to be incredibly grateful for. We all should. We're here. And I didn't mean that you're here at yoga. I mean like you're just here on earth. Take a big full body breath. Send it away. Thumbs come to third eye center. Big toothy grin on your face. The light in me sees, honors, and appreciates the light in each of you. Namaste. Good job, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you online. You did amazing.
I'm surprised I didn't pass out.
I hope I get to see you again in class. Thank y'all for coming out this morning. And thank you, Mayor.
Yeah.
Always love having Mayor. Mayor teaches on Thursday mornings. He's got to take Mayor's class before. Have you taken Mayor's before?
I haven't taken yours for
Claire's. Yes, come see Mayor too. We have some great teachers here, and I don't just say it because it's.
They're all good.
They are, and they're all like they are just really good humans and good teachers and good everything. We have no contracts right now. So you can sign up for the unlimited. There is no contract. You're just going to give 30 days written notice. To cancel, it's $85 a month. You get unlimited classes in the studio and virtual classes. Plus, I'm calling them selfies. You can come in for an hour for your selfie. And you get to take one of our virtual classes. So a lot of people have trouble at home. Kids, or you just get home and you just don't want to do it once you get home. Whether you don't have anything else there, sometimes it's just hard to do anything like that. Once you get home, you're like, ugh. So you can come by the studio and we'll have certain hours that you can sign in. You can come in, you can log in. Like our girls from Vita, they come in after the 5:30 class and they do a little class together. They have unlimited membership so that they know each other. But if you don't know each other, it's only going to allow you to log in. But say you three wanted to come, you could come at the same time if you have the unlimited membership. But you can come in, take a class, and you just clean up your area and scoot out. So we have unlimited virtual. There's like 300 classes in our virtual library. It is crazy how many, because during the whole quarantine, we all taught just virtually. This was closed. And then we still, like this class is live today, or you could take it later if you wanted to. So, thank you guys. Thank you. Nice to meet you. I don't think I've met you yet either, so I'm so happy to meet you too. Thank y'all for coming this morning.
Thank you. That was great.
Honestly, the thing that hurt the most was my wrists.
And it takes some getting used to. So practice. Remember at the front where I said push into your first knuckle, push into the outside. Practice that, because what happens a lot of times when we start like this. And then the wrist is taking the brunt. And I don't even got any weight here. So you push back, lengthen through the armpits, and then keep pushing through the knuckles, the outsides, the thumbnails, the fingers, so that the weight is not in the wrist. Because that's the hardest part to kind of work through. So also knowing that in down dog, if it's too much for your wrist at first, just come to your knees. So you, instead of doing down dog from here, you can do down dog from here. Totally 100% okay. And I come from like a personal training, like fitness kind of background. That was what my background was in before I got into yoga. So the thing, one of the many things that I love about yoga is you take care of you in here. Like seriously, and I say you can sit in child's pose the whole class, and I 100% meant that. If you come into class and today you just need to sit in child's pose, but you need to be in here in a community and breathe and maybe sweat a little, you come in and you sit in child's pose the whole class. There is no judgment in here whatsoever. You show up and you show up. You know, it's all good. It is all good. There's many times I've come to class and sit in child's pose or laid on my back or cried or whatever. And it's just good in here. We're all good. And we have like the best people in here. So yeah, all you got to do is come. You're good. Thank you guys so much. Love you.